A close shave for North. They very nearly threw it away, but they managed to push it over the line and finish it off. Map 2 is what it comes down to.
Yeah, I believe it's Mirage as well, I believe.
Yep,
cool. So first map being trained here from North versus GODSENT. Actually, North slowly but surely managed to close that one out. Obviously, it was a 14-4 scoreline, a 10-round advantage for North. But on their T side, they couldn't really get the ball rolling early on. Looking
into Mirage, though, specifically, we talked enough about map number 1. What is going to be the defining factors? Because for me, I am kind of worried about Mirage in terms of the looseness that it could push forward from GODSENT. I think that could catch North off guard.
Yeah, I feel like if there is a map that favors North in this, GODSENT in this, this best of 2, it is definitely going to be Mirage. A map like Train, you saw how weak their T side was. Obviously, I said it so many times already, but the recent roster changes really does impact how deep you can go in your tactical notepad or checklist or whatever.
I mean, it only changes things. When you're changing one player, you do have the core that can kind of
but obviously
plays. I know that affects
as well.
time,
It's just like 2, really.
Yeah. But there's got to be at least a core composition.
The thing is, this is the problem which happens actually quite a lot. When you know there's going to be a change in your team, you're almost like reluctant to practice because it's like, oh, well, we can practice with this player, but really, no, he's going in 2 weeks. Just why would we play? Do you know what I mean? So how much practice they really had with Freddie B? Probably very minimal. Obviously, the Betway odds right now, heavily favored. Wow, that's probably the most one-sided affair we've had from Betway so far in Pro League. 1.28 to 3.4. So for GODSENT, close map, 16 to 12 on Train. And those odds, 3.4 to 1.2, is very good. Considering that how close Train was, 16 to 12.
As
for Mirage, we should be favouring them more. Who knows?
I think Mirage is, I don't want to use the phrase pug map. Loose is always where I'm going to go. But Mirage is a team that favours those mixed teams with less practice.
Yeah, I feel like it gives more space to players.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can be far more individualistic. On your T-side Train, it can come down to a very boring default. If you're the Pop Dog player, you just wait for the Pop Dog smoke to go. Then you molly out Pop Dog.
Make it sound like so much fun.
Then you go down, then you hold, and you say you're ready, and then your teammates flush you out. The players towards team main, you shouldn't really peek in case there's an AWPer there, so you just hold for the push towards team main. Players towards alley, they just wait for the smoke to go, then they jump over, and then they smoke.
Did you by any chance play Train quite a lot when you were in MDL?
Yeah.
Sounds like it. I think we know what role you had to play, don't we?
Although I had the AWP, and I actually enjoyed it, but whatever. I guess I didn't do a good enough job because I'm the one here casting.
That a bit of a feels bad, but either way, GODSENT.
Feels very good, actually.
That's what they say if you can't cast.
Do you mean play?
If you can't play, then you cast. If you can't cast, then you admin.
Oh, I like that.
You can't admin, then well, rest in peace your esports career. Simple as that. A few shots come in. Config leading the charge. He does take down Twist. Now looking to explode out Connector. As Freddy is likely to be taken on down. That is the case. Dennis trying to survive. Occasion me going for the knife. Buddy, you're in pistol. Come on. Not like that. You give Dennis the double kill. Make it a 3 for 3. A very serious chance presents itself, but Disco Dublin spread amongst 2 players. Sandwiched in, does lose his life. A plant coming through as well. Valde just got a hold for the market play at this point. And so he does. Spotting out Dennis, takes his head alongside with it for the second. Some beautiful play from North, but very aggressive.
Ones as well, yeah. 1-0 now is North. We'll get the first round there. 2 players going towards Connector, trying to emulate a split towards the A side. That's why you only saw 1 player towards B, because as soon as you spot the players towards underpass, towards Connector, you're expecting North to try and go for an A split from Palace or from Ramp. Actually, the GODSENT being caught off guard by the corner from MSL. The over-rotations meant that the site was fairly free. That just got up and be the only line of defense for GODSENT towards the B site. Anyway, though, it's going to be the force play coming from GODSENT. Only 2 sets of Kevlar here for the pistols, which means we could be seeing 2 ops again from the side of GODSENT.
That's a very nice nade. Look at the spread that it dished out on towards GODSENT. So much damage being delivered. These rifles just have plays line up for them, and they can knock them down. Simple as that. North will begin to progress up through mid. Freddy and Connector. Gonna lose his head simple as anything. Those UMPs so painful.
Yep. Shadow the Eagle close up. Has no Kevlar though, so has to land the one-shot headshot and does do that. Takes down Valde. Still going to be Dennis down the 1 versus 4. North, they want to have a clean round here. They want to have 4 players stay alive so they can build their money going into the remainder of this first half. For Dennis though, can't really say for his being swarmed upon by multiple players from North, because the first, he can get some more as well if he goes to the reface, but Conflict will land the wallbang. And 2-0 will be the scoreline now as North have 3 players stay alive, and they can actually drop over the UMP to one of these players, which they do. KGB can buy a MAC-10 here as well, which he does. And with that MAC-10, he can be the information probe. You can send him towards B, see if GODSENT have stacked towards one of the sites towards A or B. if you spot 3 players towards B or 4 players towards B, instantly you can just go middle, go towards A, and just take the free site for yourself and try and minimize as many casualties as possible.
Pretty much putting the nail on the head, except subbing the A site for B as the stack from GODSENT has come in. B just completely wide open.
Yeah, you can send Cage and B straight up connect here as well if you wanted to. But instead the Cage and B is the player with the bomb towards mid. Just holding right now as they have smoked out window. One of the players there from GODSENT smoking out connector is the reason why North have stopped dead in their tracks just yet. As the smoke fades now, we're starting to see some life here.
It's just going to be Valde moving around in underpass. Have got Easy, of course, over in the A side of Palace. Could get the information with that UMP. The North currently indecisive, no idea where they're going to head. Players on both sides of the map clustered into mid will be the core force. Conflict checking connector. That smoke leaves them completely visionless on towards that A site. Still making that stack potentially lethal, but it is just that, a potential factor. As North, the slowness makes it risky. I mean, 45 seconds. But it is always going to be the argument that when they take contact, when they realize how many shots are being flung their way, especially with Valde now making this push as well,
yeah,
it's going to become very easy for them to walk up short.
Yeah, he's going to understand now that this is the stack towards the A site from GODSENT. B site is clear, and for the taking here, North going to go for the plant towards short. Now it should be very easy around them to clean, and it should go 3-0.
Look at Easy getting aggressive. Realizes that it's a stack, but decides, you know what, I want some kills with its UMP. Does lose his life because of that. Cajun B, same sort of storyline for him. Is kind of on the flank in jungle, but again, it's the trades. Valde making more money. Conflict with a rifle, not so much, but Valde the double kill. That's a good chunk to play with. That's $600 a kill, bear in mind.
Yeah, 3K. Yeah, exactly. It buys itself back there. And with the North having 3 players stay alive again as we go to round number 18. 18? My goodness. Round number 4. So one of the issues is when I'm trying to work out the round, and when it goes to the second half, it says like round 4, but it's really actually like round 19. So you've got to do 15 plus 4, 19 or whatever. So, whoopsie. Match is paused though. Could be a technical issue. Could be a tactical. At this point, who knows? GODSENT had such poor momentum and form on the first half of Train on the T side, but they managed to pick it up on the second. They need to reverse that right now on Mirage. They cannot let it slip again. They cannot afford a 12-3 half once again.
The upside, of course, it has just been 3 rounds, so GODSENT have a lot to show, and not a huge amount of pressure for them to deliver in these first few buys. Definitely going to be wanting to get a feel of how North play out.
Yeah, I mean, on their T side as well from North, it depends how they want to structure their T sides. If they want to go heavy towards middle, if they want to play passive towards middle at the start, wait for any aggression from GODSENT and then do the mid take later on into the round, or whether or not they want to go for the straight takes towards the sites. Let's see now, it's looking like a fast play towards middle as North want to take the force and the heat straight to GODSENT.
Disco Doppler going to be making the push up, shrouded by this smoke, of course, waiting for a flash. It does come from his teammate. This is when they can take the contact. Both Disco and Dennis doing the damage. 3 kills locked in for GODSENT. North left none the wiser. Valde down to 10 HP. Easy trying to make the play out on towards the A site. Knows where Disco Doppler is going to be. That leads to a kill. Flash out towards connector. Buys time for the cross. Drops the bomb, so has to run back for it. But a plant can be found. Decides to push up towards triple stack for it. He's got his teammate in ramp. So actually, on paper, decent after plants. Valde going to go for the long rotate. A flank that could be so useful, but it comes down to GODSENT to make the decision on just how useful it can be. If they are slow on their retake, Valde can do wonders. And they have been.
Easy towards Firebox. Valde, they're making so much noise. At what point did GODSENT know exactly where he is?
Making the push to kill number 1. Trade from Twist. Freddy on AZ.
Oh. Well played, though, from North. In that scenario there, they got the first 2 kills. GODSENT had no players retaking the site from CT, which meant that the bomb was able to go down and they could isolate all the players towards jungle and connector. Issue was, though, Valde on such low HP. If he had 100 health there, killed the first player, had a chance taking the second. This is the thing, though. I mentioned before how are North going to structure their T sides. If they'd waited to go for mid control just 20 seconds and GODSENT had walked into a stack towards top mid from North, that could have been another round here for North. But nevertheless, the round number 5 here is going to go 1-3. 5 AKs here from the T side as they don't want to dip into the orbs just yet. And once again, they will go for the heavy mid control.
That bomb over on towards A ramp certainly signifies exactly what the game plan for North in this round is. The gap in the smoke allows Dennis to work a pick from short, smoke himself back as well. Covering for the push, most importantly. The molly does come in, forces Config either side of the middle stack. Valde still ramped with the bomb, has his teammate in Palace. We knew North were going to try and work down through mid, come through connector, and overwhelm Schneider, with Twist just being the pain from CT. Problem is, it all crumbled when they couldn't get that mid control. Now they're going to try towards the latter end with 2 players there, and no one actively holding it from GODSENT. But with 3 players bolstering the defenses on A, it's going to be a tough side to crack.
Freddy B peeking towards window now. Poor smoke actually fails to go towards window. Gives opening here for Freddy B to get a kill, and might even get a second as well to 80 towards Palace. But here come the smokes towards jungle. And of course, rotations in from Dennis as well as the bomb tries to exit through ramp, but it's going to be the 2-man advantage here for GODSENT.
Not only are the rifles there posted on these angles, but you got Dennis and Twist as well locked in with the AWPs. It's going to be so harsh for when they make these pushes. Case in point being Twist on towards Valde. Occasion be at least an explosive pick, but quickly diffused by Dennis and Schneider. Simple as that, GODSENT. 2-3. Working their way back into this game pretty well, but it's been both plays identical. That, of course, relating to the fact they shut down the mid-aggression. That's always been the key part of the play from North.
Round number 6 here. This could be the Eco coming in from North. This is a round for GODSENT. You can see the money, even though they won 2 rounds in a row, because of how close that round was when it was the 5 versus 2, and obviously the previous round, they need a round where they can stack up some cash. You have 4 or 5 stay alive and win a round cleanly to really build up some bank.
This is a quick 101 on how to loot. Oh wait, you don't check it? What? You don't check it? You let him play? Seriously? Thankfully they trade it, but they've had enough time, just 5 seconds for Freddy to move, get in jungle. A few picks come in, but you check that corner, the round could have been different. A quick kill, leaving just 1 player CT to try and hold the site himself. Maybe even a bomb plant. It's all ifs and buts, don't get me wrong, but Counter-Strike can be a game of timing. You said that yourself yesterday, and a bomb plant for North could have been useful.
Definitely. Obviously, if the bomb was planted, they could have an AWP as well. But then again, they have been favoring the 5 AK setup so far. So, North, are they going to get heavy towards mid once again? If they do, how do they change things up? Freddy B found an opening with the missed smoke towards window. But this time, the smoke towards window lands. Twist now probably have to go back towards connector instead.
Throws the smoke up towards A Palace. That'll be useful, allowing him to focus his fire in towards connector if it's needed. The entirety of North are just dedicating themselves to taking him in. And ESL looking likely that he may more make the jump in towards window, just waiting for the smoke to fade, being very patient. Easy, that's a nice jump, just to allow him to check the vent into ladder room.
1 minute 15 on the clock now. MSL the bomb towards short. Feels to die here. The bomb could be quite awkward to try and retrieve. But then again, it's going to be bomb towards B short right now. Still the defense from North. They're holding for GODSENT to peek into them. They want to get a kill here. If they get the kill towards A, they can go for an A split. If they get the kill towards short, they can go for a B split. But actually, GODSENT are very B-sided right now. And that leaves Schneider alone towards the A side to hold off and fend off the enemies that are North. And as I said, if they found that kill towards A or B, they'll funnel themselves towards that portion of the map. And here comes the A split.
North find themselves trying to escape from prison, getting out of connector, getting to the site. Cajun B locking down Schneider. The round completely changes face. At this point, no immediate contact from GODSENT. Makes this a real tough retake to make work. Bear in mind, you never want 2 AWPs when you've got 3 players alive for a retake, especially when you're about to lose your rifle that's in mid. At this point, surely it has to be a save.
Yeah. 4 versus 2, 2 AWPs as well in that scenario. They will be saving that as we go into round number 8 here. It's going to go 4-3. North trying to hunt these AWPs now, but then again, their money might be low as well, so how many of these guns can they really forfeit?
Certainly a valid point. We'll get a clearer picture of where they stand on their money in just a moment's time. At least they do get to save the AWPs though, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is why they didn't hunt. Obviously, once the rebuys come in, their money will be actually fairly low. Only 2,000 onto 2 players, Valde and Config. So, GODSENT, if they win this round and don't allow the bomb to go down from North, they could reset the money and really dent North's chances here in the first half, and they can actually start to get a pretty good lead here from GODSENT. North, though, holding for the smokes towards A and actually started pushing it aggressive towards ramp. Thing is, they can see Valde holding the angle. If Schneider keeps pushing, this could end poorly for him.
He's just going to hold in the corner. He hears all the utility coming out. It's a nice flash, but Schneider doesn't need to turn for that. They don't check it. 2 quick kills come through. It's a trading affair, but Schneider wins it out with the 3rd. Dennis and his AWP on towards AD. Config back again. But it's only him. A 1 versus 3 is what's been called upon now. If he wants this round for North. Both players from GODSENT coming in from CT, one further behind than the other, but they do group up, playing it smart. Dennis just going to be posting on an angle likely with the AWP. Tries to get up towards ticket booth, but will be punished. Disco Doppler taking a peek for himself. Yeah. Config unable to capitalize on those fights. Will lose it out. And GODSENT do equalize 4-for-4. A bomb plant denied.
He needed that kill towards Dennis on ticket booth. If you had found that in the 1 versus 1, then there's definitely a chance there for Config, especially because there's time on the clock as well to work with. 4-4 win the scoreline now. It's a good try number 9. North going to go for the half buy here. Kevlar on 3 players. Good utility as well, so they could go for an execution towards the B site. It's looking like they will be doing that. Smoke comes out towards top mid. Config allowed to lurk, and maybe even got B short as well. Try and see if the players towards B apartments can... Wait a minute, is this
the C9 smoke?
I've never seen this.
I think it's the C9 smoke that goes over and cuts off deeper on towards short, as well as you have the 2 market smokes as well. This could be interesting. Not sure. I have to wait to see if that does get verified for us. Disco Doppler at least going to hold things down. 3 kills, quick as anything. A fruit flanker for the CT side. Perfect ace. The last shot as well. A headshot right to the head of Config.
That's a really nice smoke. Wow. Smoke cut off window from that position there. Imagine if that's a 5 versus 5 buy round and you know the AWP is rotated towards kitchen, you do that smoke. There's definitely so many scenarios where that smoke is incredibly viable. But nevertheless though, it wasn't viable in that round. North going to go for another half buy here. They're valuing their utility very heavily. They could have bought in this round here. Instead though, they want 4 utility, potentially even an AWP as well as Cage and B. HE's come out towards the window, and they will actually connect, and Dennis goes down.
That's very nice. 3 frag grenades invested, but a kill on towards Dennis makes it all worthwhile. Return via Config, a nice shot to twist. CZ close range, it's lethal. You have an AWP picked up, you can peek out for a second kill. Freddy, none the wiser. It does leave Disco Doppler in a tough scenario now. 1v3. North just on these pistols, but given a very heavy chance now to equalize things here.
1 versus 3. Does make noise now. I know they know exactly where he is. They can plant towards the A site freely, or did they not hear him? Am I confused here?
No, taking the peek. Why?
They knew he was towards the middle, so they thought, okay, let's just take a 3 versus 1 and peek him. But of course, they did win the round with the half bite. Those nades towards middle, and the instant reaction as well from North. The boost towards window, pick up the AWP. Have Valde get that kill towards jungle, use the AWP to kill the player towards sandwich. 3 kills to the back of that 1 kill towards window. So crucial. And the scoreline goes 5-5. Now look at the money here from GODSENT as they use all the money they have left in their bank to go for this buy. 2 UMPs and 3 rifles. Kit just on Freddy B and no AWPs as well for the CT side. And North are going to hit them hard and fast towards the A side.
That's all about the game plan at this point. Just take the fight towards A, see what we can do. Freddy just completely caught. No idea that he was expecting that sort of aggression. Schneider does find 1, but that's all he's good for. The flash does leave North completely blinded, allowing Dennis to slip in a kill with the UMP, but that's literally it. Connector being mollied off does almost make Dennis overface. Frag grenade should be good for a bit of damage on towards AZ, but he needs more than that. He needs the confirmed kill. Smoke towards Palace should at least deny Config any presence in the round in the immediate future. But arguably, all that does is help him at this point. GODSENT don't seem to be capitalizing on these flashes and the time they were given to play with. Finally, a white peak comes in. Dennis and Disco Doppler both find themselves the kills, but it's a smoke that Dennis threw that may well allow him to win, but nope. Config forced to push.
There's
no
no time.
That smoke was superb for Config. Thrown by GODSENT. Allows Config just to sit in it. Be problematic. They won't stick that defuse with him sitting in that smoke.
Exactly. That time that was allowed there, 15 seconds off the bomb timer, having no kill as well, was enough for North to get to 6 now. And now the money is so low for GODSENT. They're going to go for the force by though. Wow. They're 2,000 left in the bank. They've lost 2 in a row, so they could have bought into round number 13, but they don't want North getting any rounds here. I think as well is because that all the players died from North, they know that North's one is low, and they're going to try and break it.
Dennis throwing himself a self-flash up mid. A nade as well, going to do a lot of damage, enabling the quick and easy kill. Twist. Getting close, dealing with underpass with a nice jump shot. Meanwhile, Dennis, of course, is just doing even more. Twist again with a tag. Dennis supporting him as he finishes off Valde. Asian B, last man standing. Dennis hungry for him as well. A quad kill. securing GODSENT that 6-6, a gamble that paid off in a huge way. Look at the economy of North. You said it yourself. GODSENT knew that because everyone died, it would be low.
Exactly. So, the reasoning behind the force buy there from GODSENT is because, yes, they had 2,000 in the bank, and they had a 2.4k round loss bonus into the next round. So if they had just fully cut that one, allowed North to get to 7, and they would stay at 5, they'd have a buy-up into round number 13, but instead, because they killed all the players on North, they knew the money would be low, and they knew that if they forced it and won the round, they'd almost get a free, even 2 free rounds, because this is really awkward for North. If they force this round, they'll have CZ, armor, light utility, and it's a high chance GODSENT win it, then they go to 7, and then they play versus an eco from North, they get to 8. So essentially, if you win that force buy, you guarantee yourself 3 rounds.
It's so fruitful, it really is. Of course, a tactical pause coming out. A lot of thinking to do right now. But the game's set to resume. Thinking done. Time to execute. That was North. 1 rifle.
Oh, they did go for the force as well, wow. Bardo with the AK, let's see what he can do. Number 9 going towards Palace. Freddie P going fast towards mid as well. KGB might already give away his kill here. We could be seeing an early advantage for GODSENT.
Molly comes out. The mid aggression getting a little repetitive, but KGB still losing his life, albeit the Molly does miss. Now quickly rotating back towards B. They're expecting some sort of push to at least trade out mid. It's coming a little later than they thought, but Twist is still able to find both of those kills. Leaving just Valde and Config. That rifle's still in play, but at this point the odds are so stacked against them.
You've got to remember as well, they forced into this round, and now they're 5 vs 2. They could have 5 vs 1. Valde in the play of the AK. Finally having an impact into the round, but it's too late. His team are all dead. And it's going to be 7-6 now. North are going to be forced into an eco. GODSENT have a high chance here to get to 8. And with 8 rounds, they've already won the half. And what's crucial as well is the fact that North won the pistol. And claimed 3 rounds at the back of that. So GODSENT have really been stepping up here on Mirage. Definitely a big contrast to what we saw on Train.
I give a lot of credit to this performance, the fact they are likely to win the half, due to that force up though, because that's where it will
Yep, 3 rounds off of that. That could have easily been, as you said, like 5-7 in favour of North. Yeah, there's the run boost going to come out here. It is the full eco, so North. Wow, actually they're ecoing again. Can we see how much money they have really fast before this run boost comes out, Matt? So 2,000 was the board. After they went for the 2 force buys. Now they know they can eco this one. Nice shot there from Twist and a follow-up one as well, but North are going to be going to pull out all the stops into the final round here, and eventually North from the eco doesn't pay off with any kills. Actually, they get 1 though to Dennis, so 4 players staying alive for gods. They might be strong, but obviously it's the final rounds that really matter. Round number 15, North have saved 2 rounds in a row for this one. GODSENT claiming 3 rounds off the back of the force buy win. And now 5 AKs for North, no orbs for them, and decent utility.
There's got to be some game plan to this from North. You can't just save for this moment and then go for something super loose. At least that's what I'm praying for. I don't want to see them look like just like Lost Lamb all over again. It'd be so heartbreaking to a North lineup that won the pistol and started strong. MSL.
As you said, MSL holding for the push towards ramp. Still hasn't been met with him just yet. Twist with the opponent towards the Palace push. It's going to be leaving Dennis to take middle. And actually Dennis right now 16 kills at a stellar performance so far, but here comes the flash and the execution towards A.
Blinds himself.
I said execution, I meant the play, sorry. Towards A, MSL towards ramp, gets caught off guard with his own flashbang. And there you have it, the man advantage once again for GODSENT.
Alex, don't correct yourself. You were right on execution. It was just him ending himself.
There you go.
Completely blinding himself up. Just a rookie mistake with the flash. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And that actually does have a bigger effect than what you originally seen, because it slows down the entire A play.
Does indeed. Still means Freddie B can play aggressive as well. Towards ramp. And here it comes. Smoke towards center site. And the smoke's about to impede.
Freddie, close to being caught off. AZ taking him down as the smoke fades, but Twist in the off angle. Catching off 1, good for a second. Twist being a true marksman right now, lands all 3, going for the 4th. Twist, crazy play to round out this half. 9-6 will be the scoreline. We'll be back with you in just a few moments' time. Twist with a beefy 4K to round out the half, has to be said.
Beefy boy with a beefy 4K. There you have it, yeah. What was the half scoreline? I think it was 9-6.
9-6.
Yeah, 9-6 in favour of course, GODSENT on the CT side, but then again we saw the exact same map on the train. Strong CT sides, but lackluster T sides.
Perk of it being a 9-6 though does mean that things are already fairly close. No more one-sided as they were at least starting up.
It puts a lot of pressure on the pistol round right now for North. If they lose this pistol, then we could be seeing a big win for GODSENT. And I spoke about it before at the halftime. I said the GODSENT, was it 3.7 I think?
Yeah, the odds have gone down by a whole lot.
It was crazy in favour of North. And still, look at that. North have a 3-round advantage. If they win pistol, it's a 2.7 to 1.4. And if this pistol goes in favour of GODSENT, you could be making some very easy cash.
The odds have definitely shifted though, so at least it's worth noting.
A little bit, just a little bit.
But 2.7 is still a match worth betting on. As the pistols begins to kick off, GODSENT rushing right up through short, taking the fighting connector. AZ tagging on away, finds 2 kills, looking for a third. AZ, please, shut down by Freddy B. Valde. Filling in for him though, Cajun B on towards Dennis. This round looks like it's over and done with. Just a matter of seconds. Freddy halting our speech. Does find 1 kill, but so much to do. Good smoke. They're lined up, they're playing together. It's perfect from North.
Finally, some success here for North. They've won every single pistol in this best of 2. 4 out of 4 pistols won for them. GODSENT are going to be kicking themselves thinking, what if? What if we won 1 pistol on train? What if we win potentially 1 pistol here in Mirage? Will that be our downfall? Anyway, let's give it the force play coming in from GODSENT on the T side. Obviously, when you're going to get the bomb down, you generally see the force plays come out from the T side because they cannot still buy into the third round. Bomb towards B-Apps. Obviously, looking like they might go underpass here, potentially split towards A, using the CZ's close range towards underpass, towards under window, and of course connector.
Setup still very much in play right now. GODSENT just creeping through underpass. AZ, meanwhile, in connector will be able to take the contact, but the question remains, will he be good for all 3 kills, or will they be able to trade him down? The CZ actually going to win the fight single-handedly, so not a single frag to help out North. Config somewhat supporting a double kill with the Famous as he plays up from triple. Dennis, a lovely shot on towards Cajun B. He was the triple player, but the point still stands. Kill after kill. MSL trying to pin down the ace, like struggling against Dennis though. He does eke out the frag. Valde losing his head to Dennis. That is wonderful work with the Deagle. 3 kills he locks into the round.
If he doesn't land that 1 dig as well, that could have easily been the round win there for Valde. In that 1 vs 2, he found the first kill, but Dennis was too hot to handle. Round number 18 now, GODSENT win the force by North, going to go for the counter force though. 3 CZ's board so far, could be 4. Cajun B currently thinking about what to buy, what not to buy. It's going to be sticking to the USP as well. If he forces here, then there could be no AWP to the first buy round, in case North do lose this one. But aggression already towards ramp.
Look at AZ just dip diving right on through towards ramp. Dennis backing away as he would have heard the step. Holding for it now. Loving the fact that Disco Dalton's gone for this MP7. It's becoming a lot more common.
Oh yeah, I love the MP7. I'm not a fan of the UMP anymore after the nerf. Seeing too many 19.6s.
It just feels so much more comfortable spraying the MP7, right?
Yeah. It's also a lot more accurate as well. Holds 5 more bullets. Has similar sort of fire rate. I still think the MP9 is the best weapon in the second round, but nevertheless, what's also good is the CZ currently. After the nerf of the Tech 9, it seems like everyone's been loving that CZ.
All over it. It's just so quick. The downside being the bullets you leave in the chamber.
Yeah, and how poor it is at mid to long range as well. It really is an art to be able to use that weapon. Nevertheless, though, fast play from short here to the side of GODSENT as they make it a 4-4.
Bomb to be picked up by Twist. Should be holding for Valde. He will lose his life very swiftly. MSL likely make a bit of a Picasso out of Twist. Actually, lets him get close, so that's not what we want to be seeing. AZ tagging down Disco Doppler, and I thought that'd be a fight at range, but it all breaks down a little bit. CQB. Freddy with the UMP is going to push on forward. That's a nice shot with the CT, but not going to be enough. Schneider going to eat him alive with the UMP to finish it out. GODSENT up to 11.
Yeah, actually ran out of bullets there. Lucky from AZ. 1 player staying alive for GODSENT. If you're North, you could go for the force by now, but it's a big risk, especially on your CT side. If North were on the T side, you might see them go for the force buy here. But on your CT half, there's no reason sometimes to take that risk, because if you lose it, I mean, GODSENT will get to 12, then you'll be on another eco, be 13, 2-7. At that point, you may have just thrown the game away. But so far, so good for GODSENT.
Push coming out on towards the A site. Searching amongst it, but it's a barren land. North completely stacking over on towards B.
Yep.
There's no reason for them to save.
Pretty much 50-50 at that point as to where to stack. Bomb will be planted. No kits, of course, for the eco side of North. This should be a very easy round here for GODSENT.
Yeah, they're getting aggressive, taking those fights. Seeing if they can find anyone at all, which they did. But not long before, the kills come flurrying back in. GODSENT secure 12-7. This is the buy, though.
Yeah. AWP for Cajun B. Most likely to lead towards window. So far, though, 24 kills for Dennis. Seems like he's going to be the real star of the show here for the new GODSENT lineup alongside of Twist. EMP there for Schneider. Usually the AWP for this side, and then of course Dennis with the Galil. Contact play towards there, trying to beat the smoke here.
A little gap in it, giving Schneider the confidence to push on through. MSL holding on the corner of triple stack, but the molly will burn him out of position, forcing him to rotate in towards CT. A deep molly in a second, frag grenade to come through as well, really trying to buy spacing for GODSENT. Smokes all lining up, continuing to bloom. Dennis posting on CT at this point. Will want to go for the plant, forcing Disco Doppler to take the push just so that he can't be punished. But there's so much confidence behind GODSENT. They're just taking fight after fight and winning them hands down. Config was at least able to find a pick just momentarily before. But that might not be enough.
Yeah, retake now for North. No kit. Smokes come out towards ramp, the flash as well, but look where Twist is here towards CT. Should be able to line up these players from North.
If he can deal with Config on stairs, that'd be handy. Easy up close and personal, but Config still the problem. Does lose his life. Cajun B finding one shot with the AWP. But at this point, prioritizing saving. Holds for the push. A second locked into Schneider. The third is off the cards.
GODSENT have so much money in the bank as well. They can really hunt the Cajun B. Doesn't matter if they give away the AK. It's just the risk versus reward if they find him with the AWP. But unfortunately for them, they expect him to go towards the side of T-Spawn, the apps, but instead he's gone towards the B side instead. 13-7 now North. The money's not going to be too strong here. Disco Doppler in front of their first and a second kill as well. Onto Valde, so crucial because as soon as you have control of CT and the bomb is planted for CT, it makes the round so much easier.
Picking off Config on stairs really added to that. Allowing the round to play out in the way it did for GODSENT.
Yeah. 7-13 now. This is going to be the buy coming up from GODSENT, of course, and it's going to be the half buy. Oh, not even half buy, full eco actually from North. Only player having a chance in this round here is Cajun B with the AWP. Needs to go large here, playing towards Connector. So he's playing close towards middle, hoping that GODSENT would eventually walk into his crossover. It seems like they're going to go towards his B side. Valde only having a deagle, no utility as well, has no grenades to counter the push here from GODSENT. All he has is his crosshair and his trusty one deagle. Deagle, even, for the one deags.
I feel like for GODSENT, though, at this point, they're feeling very comfortable. They will be in familiar territory, at least from North's perspective.
Yeah, they get spotted here. They're going to reset and go for the counter, or the re-execute, sorry, towards the B side.
Still, that 14th round is where they want to be. Needing just two more, potentially even just one buy round win to close it out. Seeing if they can get close here, but good smokes from North to tide it over. Freddy back turned on towards AZ. Does allow for that first entry kill to sway towards the CT side, but so much more they need to do. Such a still a mismatch in weaponry.
Yeah. Man advantage though, thanks to AZ's deagle. Still though, you've got to be favouring GODSENT in this scenario. They have the weaponry, they have the armour as well, which is a big difference here. When you play with Kevlar for the side of North is Cajun B.
A nice flash buys them through connector. Schneider with a headshot towards AZ. Or shoulder, but point nonetheless. They don't open for a second towards MSL. Spots out the jump from Ticket. Allows for a molly and a frag grenade. Config does find a frag, but at this point, I think it may well still be a struggle. That AWP very lethal towards ramp now. This Config is peeking. Valde has to be careful on Ticket boost. Schneider, don't want to show off your position right now, buddy. Stay in the corner. They're tunnel vision on Twist, and that's how it should stay. That bomb ticking, time, the commodity right now for the CT side. Good position from Schneider. Does find the trade. Does he know where Valde's going to be coming from?
Save, yeah. No kit there for North. The Cinderella story of winning that eco, not going to pay dividends for them instead. It's just going to be saving the AWP, which is still good in itself. Going into round number 22. They will have that, but GODSENT are 14 now, doubling the scoreline from North on their T side, looking so strong. And it's actually good to see some success here from GODSENT. It seems like they were in lost in transition for so long. Poor online play, constant substitutes, subbing back in Pronax, subbing in Pith as well. seems like finally we're seeing some stellar performances here from the players of GODSENT, and with time as well. What could be GODSENT in 1 or 2 months when they can have more structure on the T sides, more tactics on the T side? Their CT side is already looking very strong.
Dennis taking contact out of ramp, looking for the pick towards site, deals with AZ very swiftly, but they've not checked MSL. He'll be there tucked in the corner, waiting for his time to shine. Already starts to let rip, but missing his shots. This is getting awkward now. Finally gets the kill, but Schneider, easy trade. Freddy starting to accelerate things. He takes down Cajun B. At this point, it all falls to the arms of Config. He either goes huge and deals with 2 players even more, or gets shut down. At that point, the round may well be over, and GODSENT move up to match point. A big question. Slapped over. All falling on him, but simple as anything. Dennis and Twist both combined kills. GODSENT, there's your match point.
And they've got 8 of them as well. North need to win 8 in a row if they want a chance of forcing OT, but seems unlikely when you look at their buy as well. UMP for MSL. 2 Famishes in the M4 onto Config, AWP for KGB, but look at the lack of utility and no kill as well for the CT sides. We've got to get the bomb down. That could definitely be the end here for North on Mirage. So it seems like GODSENT have really been putting something together here in the second map.
Pushes coming in towards mid. Config and KGB both finding picks, but Freddy B steps up and finds the trade. Molly coming in towards window. MSL on towards Schneider somehow. Does put it all on towards Freddy for that ace clutch. How much time for him to work with those smokes, those flashes. Waiting for the peak, but Valde doesn't want to show face just yet. Has a second thought.
Well, Freddy B has 1 minute 20 to work with here. Gets spotted out still towards back boxes. 3 HP, 1 shot from any of these rifles. The AWP will take him down. Cajun B as well, the slow lurk here. The insurance policy to take down Freddy B. Here's the steps as well. Now he's going towards T-spawn, so they're going to expect the play to come towards the A side.
55 seconds now. Time coming back to bite Freddy here. Bear in mind, he has to go get that bomb, kill off enough players to be able to survive the plant, and then from there look to win the round.
Yeah. Could try and save the AWP. The thing is as well, I was about to say, does he want to give the AWP away? I mean, he could just throw the AWP away towards T-spawn. That way you don't give North a free double AWP setup. Anyway, they're around number 24 now, 15-8. North. They've won 1, but they still need 7 more if they want a chance of forcing OT. If they make 1 mistake here, they will lose in regulation. GODSENT going to be forfeiting the AWPs here and going to go for the 5 AK setup here. Does that mean execution style play or a fast play at that? They fail the smoke towards window once again, and AZ is going to be capitalizing off that.
They're all completely blind. 1 kill comes through. Can't quite find the second up until Schneider rears his head. Freddy and Dennis both finding themselves kills respectively. Put this round back on its head. GODSENT 3 versus 3. My eyes drawn towards the position of Disco Doppler as he could completely open up this round, taking down Valde towards the tip of short. Hungry for more. His whole team converging on that A site. Freddy, flash in hand, can throw it towards jungle. Cajun B very easily full.
That flash is enough as well for the bomb to be able to cross the site, but actually is it? Cajun B lands a shot. The bomb is dropped on default. It's all down to Disco Doppler now, Dennis.
A decision to make. Do you push for Config? Or do you double back and try and deal with Cajun B? Well, the flash is perfect, so why not? Double back, take his head right off, leave it all on towards Config, who's trapped in the mollies towards Connector. Has to push on up, the bomb does go down. A retake and a 1v2 to keep the dream alive. So much pressure right now on his shoulders, and smart play from Disco Doppler to go towards CT, pistol in hand. Yet to push the site. 2 flashes on his back. Still looking for that opening. Has a kit, so time is not quite the biggest factor. Oh, no scope! But still 1 more kill. Posted on CT will be Disco Doppler. A flash is thrown. He is peeking, upgrading to a rifle. Config, take it on down. The match will be closed on out. But fair play to Config. That was a very crispy shot.
Was indeed. Played it well, of course. Ran for the Molotov, smoked off jungle. Didn't expect the rotation there from Disco Doppler, but as soon as he was there towards CT to back up his teammate, it was pretty much all said and done. GODSENT win the second map there with 3.5 odds as well in favor of North. So for anyone out there that put a bet on GODSENT, congratulations on your back.
Yeah, certainly making some money from that one, of course. Just to break down the map and look at a few key moments. Again, going back to that force-up, I think it was a key decision that allowed them to step up and get the rounds needed for that second half.
It made a big difference because going for the force buy, breaking the economy from North, really cemented them basically three rounds. English is hard. And from there, having the 3-round advantages, finishing the half 9-3. As soon as North won that second pistol in the second half, I thought there was definitely a chance for North to come back into this one, but the massive 3k deagle from Dennis to win that force buy definitely set the precedent for the rest of the game.
Certainly. Cool.
Oh, disgusting.
Don't even need to come up with a word to describe those moments. They really speak for themselves.
Yep. In terms of MVP, you could definitely put on Disco Doppelin. In terms of sheer... Oh, no, Dennis, of course. Dennis, of course. I mean, I was going to say in terms of sheer numbers, but impact kills, entry frags, and just putting numbers on the board, Dennis was delivering. Must have finished at upwards of 30 kills. I mean, he had 24 kills at basically the second half. So, seems like the GODSENT lineup finally finding form online. It took them a while, obviously, losing so many games in the online qualifiers versus teams they definitely shouldn't have. Losing to Outlaws, losing to Pride. It seems like on Mirage, a team where actually, a map, sorry, where you can play looser on your terrorist side, definitely did favour them.
Kind of do want to ask you the point of that mid-control. We saw it a lot in the second half. Every single time. It wasn't just control, but then they looked to exert aggression. We always saw that same high flash, and he pushed enough and looked for kills off the back of that.
Yeah, it seems like the fast mid-control from the CT side, actually, not the T side, was the real precedent on the CT halves from both teams. Usually, when you're playing your middle, when you are playing middle in the CT half, you'd have your upper go towards window, he gets smoked off, he might rotate towards jungle, or he might rotate towards CT, towards ticket booth. If he rotates ticket booth, then the player on A starts to push close towards ramp, and then suddenly your stairs player should play towards connector, and then things get a bit mixed up from there. He should play towards jungle or connector, sorry, so he can hold for the window boost and hold for the connector push. But instead, it seems like, instead of having the AWP hold towards window, just actually have multiple players with rifles just shove mid and push the enemies in the T side back off of mid. As soon as you have mid control from the T side as well, you know that the terrorists are towards A or towards B, and what that does is it means you can use your grenades, you can hold onto your grenade, sorry, you can expect an execution to come in, and of course, finding early kills, having an early advantage, having the 2-man advantage or a 1-man advantage is so much easier to work with going on into the latter portions of the rounds.
Well, that is that game concluded. Before we dart away, I do want to ask you one more question.
Oh,
it's not about the game itself. It's nothing to do with the direct Pro League matches tonight. It's actually about your past as a player. Right. You played on ESCA. You can tell me what it's like. Give me an opinion.
ESCA or Mountain Dew League, mate?
ESCA itself.
Pugs can be quite...
emotional?
Emotional. Let's put it like that, obviously. But they're great. Obviously, so many players are found from ESCA. The ESCA ranking system with RWS as well. Smooya. Def actually being picked up from Complexity off of the fact that he had very high RWS. So if you want to get noticed and you want to be, if you want to bridge the gap between being an unknown player and trying to make a name for yourself within European Counter-Strike, try and get eco kills.
I like the way you put that down, of course. In all seriousness, I know ESCA is a good place to play competitive Counter-Strike. It's fine. You don't get that same experience in the likes of matchmaking.
Sorry, just especially if you're from a lesser developed region, right?
Yeah.
In terms of Smooya from the UK, Def from the UK, regions where you can't just be like Config got noticed on Copenhagen Wolves, Valde got noticed on Copenhagen Wolves. There's no teams like that when you look at Romanian players or I guess you have Outlaws for Bulgaria, but for the UK itself, right, if you're from the UK or the lesser developed regions, getting noticed on ESCA is probably the best way to go. Yeah, certainly one way to do it, of course. That is ESCA done and dusted. It was a very fun topic to get into, but it